governor has to let me out. Look at this taqwa. This is what taqwa is. This is what deen is. This is what the real practice is. Finding, not trying to find excuse to get out of there. Making sure that he won't do anything that is against the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even if he would have to stay in prison for that. Then he was offered that night time, you can, knowing such a great scholar and knowing his situation, that he didn't commit a crime, it was such a situation that led him to this situation. So they allowed him that night time you can go and spend night at your home and then come back before Salatul Fajr, come back to the prison. He said, no, this is not the ruling of the Sharia. I will not accept it. If you deal with every person in the same manner, then I would accept it. But this is not how you deal with other people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with all of this, blessed him with the right understanding of things. And one of them was the dreams. Subhanallah, when you look at how he used to interpret the dream and the gift that he was given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this field, it amazes that how deep of an understanding he had of things. Once a person came to him and said, I have seen myself calling an adhan. He looked at the person. He said, you will be doing a hajj. After some time, a person came and said the very same thing. Another person came. He said, I have seen myself calling an adhan in my dream. He said, you will be caught stealing. So the student said, two people came with the same dream. Some months ago, a person came to you, he said he was calling adhan. You said to him, you go for hajj. Here you tell this person that he will be caught stealing. He said, yes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the word adhan in Quran al-Kareem with hajj, وَأَذِّن فِي النَّاسِ بِالْحَجِّ. And he used the word adhan in Quran with stealing. فَأَذَّنَ مُؤَذِّنٌ أَيَّتُهَا الْعِيرُ إِنَّكُمْ لَسَارِقُونَ. In the story of Yusuf alayhi salatu wassalam. So he said, looking at that person, I could tell by his look that very virtuous person, God-fearing person, fulfilling the farad of Islam, he will be doing the hajj. The next person, by his look, I could tell that he's not that type of person. So I said to him, the other ayah fits on you then. Once a person came to him and said, I have seen a dream that there was a fire under my bed. He said, congratulations, you will have a lot of treasures. Sometime later, another person came and he said, the very same thing. I have seen a dream that there was a fire under my bed. He said, you better get all of your family out. Your house is about to get on fire. Students asked him, 6 months ago, another person asked, and they're writing all of his dreams and how he interpreted the dreams so they can learn from him. So they said 6 months ago, you interpreted the very same dream with something totally different. That person is going to have a treasure and this person is going to have a fire. Why? He said, that person saw that dream in winter time. It was cold. Having fire at your home is good during the winter time, so you can get heat from it. So that was good for him. He'll have something good, and that's treasure. And this person sees it in summer. Having that fire in summer, it's not a good sign. And the student says that it so happened that everything exactly happened the way he mentioned. Imam Malik rahimahullah, you remember that dream of Imam Malik rahimahullah, in his old age. He didn't want to go for Hajj because he wanted to be buried in Medina Munawwara. But at the same time, it was difficult for him to miss Hajj. So he saw Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in his dream. Ya Rasulullah, what should I do? Should I go for Hajj? Or if I'm going to die over there, then I won't go because I want to die and be buried in Medina Munawwara. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam pointed the 5 fingers, his hand 5 fingers towards Imam Malik rahimahullah in the dream. When he woke up, he's as confused or even more confused than he was before because he doesn't know what this 5 means. So he sent someone to Imam Sireen rahimahullah. Imam Sireen rahimahullah said, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is not telling him how many days or weeks or months he's going to live. He's pointing towards the ayah of Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ عِنْدَهُ عِلْمُ السَّاعَةِ وَيُنَزِّلُ الْغَيْثَ وَيَعْلَمُ مَا فِي الْأَرْحَامِ. 5 things, no one has the knowledge about them except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is telling Imam Malik that I don't even know when you would die because I have no knowledge of it. So that's why he's pointing the 5 fingers, that these are one of the 5 things that I have no knowledge about. Imam Sireen Rahimahullah, with all of this, with spending with this type of life, of helping others, teaching the knowledge, teaching people the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Finally, many of the histories say that his janazah came out of the prison because up to that time he was not able to pay the debts, and he died in the prison, and then his janazah came out of the prison. And that was also part of his taqwa, his ilm, his wara', that he did not want to come out, although they allowed him to come out, and they were permitting him to come out during the night time. Then the person whom he was in debt for, that person said to him, okay, I'll let it go. The reply of Imam Sireen Rahimahullah was that I did not do the ibadah of Allah and did not learn this ilm for me to get forgiven for this money and to be paid by people. I did not learn these things for this purpose. If I accept what you're saying, simply means I'm selling my dunya, my deen, for these 30,000 or 40,000 dinar. I won't accept to sell my deen for that. I'd rather be over here and come out only after I have paid you for it. Once he went out with one of his students, and his student said to this owner of the store that, this is Imam Sireen, the well-known scholar of Islam. Right away, he held the hand of his student. He said, let's go away from this. You are trying to sell my deen for this merchandise? So that he will reduce the price for me because of hearing my name? He said, I cannot buy something like this, selling my deen for this merchandise. This was their ilm. This is how they protected their ilm and their taqwa. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to know the importance of this deen that we have and give us the life of taqwa and wara', the way these scholars of Islam spend their lives. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين والمسلمات وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله.